I think, yes. How are you? Uh, Perfect. I think let's just very quickly get to it because I think in the last thing we had a lot of sessions, lot of questions that we could not address. So I think
Okay.
rather than wasting time,
Yeah.
let's get started. Uh, Very quickly, give them a brief introduction of who you are.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So, hi guys. Very good to be here, and thank you for attending. My name is Alok. I am an engineer by study. I did industrial engineering, and Fateh happens to be one of my seniors in college. However, later on, I went into the path of being in health. It's been around like almost 4 years now that I've been actively working in the space of health. Uh, yeah, can you guys hear me? Someone's saying, speak a bit louder.
okay, you can probably lean in a little closer. Thoda sa lean
Yeah.
in closer.
Right. So I've been a fitness trainer for 2.5 years now. I am part of the team at Gymkhana as well. But currently, I'm working in China as the head of well-being center in Moonshot Academy. Like health, fitness, training, biohacking, these are the things that really interest me, and I've been working in this field for the last years. I also am the only Ironman race finisher of Nepal. So I take a lot of pride in that as well. So that taught me a lot in the part of the performance and how we can actually hack it. So yeah, that's about me. So we can probably get to it now.
Perfect, perfect. Let's get to the session. Batao, guys, why don't you tell us about what you planned. So the topic for this session is
Yeah.
topic for this session is what are the little adjustments that we can do which will
Yeah.
radically improve our performance. And
Right.
Alok has a huge list of them. So Alok, why don't you go ahead and tell them about?
Correct. Awesome. So thank you. So I made a list of hacks, I would say, for you guys. That is for any help for any performance to enhance our performance as human beings. So I'll just go with them one by one. The first, I'll start with morning routine. I'll start with morning routine, and through the process, like a lot of brain hackers and a lot of people who actually hack performance by a lot of metrics pay a lot of focus on the morning routine. Like what I mean by that is like the way we have been groomed as people over time or over generations. We used to hang on trees. Our ancestors used to hang on trees. We used to do a lot of squatting. Toilets and everything have changed a lot in the modern day. So our body is becoming completely different than what it was actually manufactured to be. And when we start our days, we stayed away probably like just doing our work or without really adjusting our system, that can really push back the performance that we can have as an individual. So I really pay a lot of focus to pulling our bodies. It is amazingly great to have a pull-up bar at your home in which you can just like get up, just like hang to the pull-up bar and stretch your spine. Because it is one of the most primal movements for us as human beings, and our body needs that movement. Otherwise, we are not doing that movement so much in average. A pull movement, a bend and lift, you can go and squat for around 1 minute. The squat properly and hold it. That will really open up the hip flexors. That will really open up the elements on your gut. That's going to be really really helpful as well. And then you can practice some general movement. Like if you are a yoga practitioner, you can just go and just practice some yoga moves, downward facing dog, all those things. But then, like if you can spend like 20 minutes in the morning for movement, that's an awesome start to the day, and that gives a really good push because our body opens up, and the more our body is groovy, our mind starts working a lot more differently. Like every time I go for a run in the morning, like a 5 kilometer run, I come back, it's a completely different productivity to start the day with. So I always recommend a very good morning routine. Accompanied with that, I think cold shower is one of the most important and probably very less used, elements of productivity. Why I say that is the amount of food that has a nutrition label. Like that doesn't really come from like farms or anywhere. They create a lot of inflammation in our body. our heart, our blood vessels, this, that, a lot of inflammation that is there in our body. Should I switch to Nepali? Do I need to change the language?
I think do a mixture. I think do a mixture.
Okay, so like I was talking about cold shower. So बिहान सधैँ कोल्ड सावर तपाईँले लिनु भने चिसो पानीमा नुहाउनु भयो भने बडीमा जुन इन्फ्लेमेसन जुन सुन्निएको हुन्छ भित्रको बडी पार्टहरूमा, किनभने हामीले जुन खाना खाइरहेको हुन्छौँ त्यसले गएर भित्र चाहिँ सानसानो सानसानो घाउ बनेर हुन्छ ब्लड भेसल्समा, अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो जुन रगतको फ्लो छ त्यो राम्रोसँग हुन पाउँदैन, र हार्ट डिजिजहरू ओभर द टाइम हुनुको वान अफ द मेन रिजन्स पनि यो हो. सो तपाईँले बिहान चिसो पानीले नुहाउनु भयो भने, इफ यु टेक अ कोल्ड शावर, देन इट जस्ट बिकम्स लाइक very easy, like the body कस्तो हुन्छ रिसेट बटन थिच्छ जस्तो हुन्छ कि कोल्ड शावर लिँदाखेरि चाहिँ. सो देन यु आर जस्ट रेडी, लाइक यु बिहानको मर्निङ रुटिन गर्नुहोस्, त्यसपछि कोल्ड शावर लिनुहोस्, देन यु आर लाइक रेडी, लाइक अमेजिङली रेडी फर टु गो फरवर्ड. अर्को चाहिँ रेस्टिङ हार्ट रेट भन्छ. कार्डियोभास्कुलर हेल्थ अथवा कार्डियोभास्कुलर डिजिजेस दुनियाँको नम्बर 1 किलर हो. अहिले हामी कोरोना भाइरस, लाइक वी आर इन द स्पेस अफ कोरोना भाइरस हुँदाखेरि हामीले हरेक हेर्छौँ कतिजना मान्छेहरू मरिरहेको हुन्छन्. तर यदि निक्ल्यो भने कोरोना भाइरसभन्दा एटलिस्ट 10 गुणा मान्छेहरू मर्छ. देयर 10 टाइम्स मोर पिपल हु डाइ अफ हार्ट डिजिज देन कोरोना भाइरस करेन्टली एज अफ टुडे इन द वर्ल्ड. बट देन त्यो कुराहरूको धेरै कम्युनिकेसनहरू भएको हुँदैन, बिकज इट इज नट अ ट्रान्सफरेबल डिजिज. यो के टाइम ओभर द टाइम हुने कुराहरू हो. त्यो भएको भएर चाहिँ हार्ट हेल्थ इज द बिगेस्ट हेल्थ प्रब्लम. हार्ट तपाईँको मुटुको स्वास्थ्य भनेको हाम्रो सबैभन्दा ठुलो प्रब्लम हो. त्यही भएर चाहिँ बिहान उठ्नुहोस्, हात यहाँ लैजानुहोस्, यहाँनिर क्यारोटिड पल्स भन्ने हुन्छ, एउटा पल्स तपाईँलाई फिल हुन्छ. त्यो वेन यु फिल द्याट पल्स, 6 सेकेन्ड आफ्नो मोबाइलमा 6 सेकेन्ड टाइम गर्नु, काउन्ट गर्नु कति पल्स हुन्छ है. जेनरली 5, 6, 7, 8 जति पनि पल्स हुनसक्छ, त्यसलाई 10ले मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु, तपाईँको बिट्स पर मिनट अथवा बिपिएम तपाईँलाई थाहा हुन्छ. एकदमै हेल्दी मान्छेहरूको रेस्टिङ हार्ट रेट एराउन्ड 50, 55, 60 तिर हुन्छ. भनेपछि अलिकति अनहेल्दी हुनुहुन्छ भने 80, 85, 90, 95 तिर पनि हुन जान्छ. त्यसको मतलब के भयो भने तपाईँको हार्टले चाहिँ बढी काम गर्न परिरहेको छ. किन भने तपाईँको जुन हाम्रो ब्लड भेसल्स हुन्छ त्यहाँनिर हामीले खाएको खानाको कारणले गर्दाखेरि, बिकज अफ द फुड द्याट वी इट, यति धेरै प्लाकहरू बनेको हुन्छ. हाम्रो लाइक हार्टले चाहिँ बढी प्रेसर दिएर वी निड टु लाइक पुश द ब्लड आउट भेरी इन अ भेरी डिफिकल्ट म्यानर है. अनि त्यो भएको भएर चाहिँ रेस्टिङ हार्ट रेट तपाईँले चेक गर्नुभयो भने थाहा हुन्छ. तपाईँ राति सुतेर उठ्दाखेरि तपाईँको फटिग लेभल्स कस्तो छ, त्यही अनुसार आज तपाईँको रेस्टिङ हार्ट रेट लेट्स से फर एक्जाम्पल इट्स 80 छ भने के हुन्छ भने आजको दिन म अलिकति आरामसँग काम गर्छु, धेरै एक्जर्ट गर्दिनँ. कोही टाढा जानु छ भने प्रब्लम त्यसलाई अभोइड गर्छु, जिममा धेरै पुस गर्दिनँ आफूलाई. सो दोज काइन्ड अफ थिङ्स यु क्यान रियली टेक केयर अफ. रेस्टिङ हार्ट रेट भेरी ओल्ड ट्रेडिसन, म्याराडोनाले ट्रेनिङ गर्दा पनि युज टु युज दिस. आई टक अबाउट वान मोर मेट्रिक लेटर विच इज अ लट मोर एडभान्स्ड, बट देन अहिलेको लागि रेस्टिङ हार्ट रेट मेजर गर्नु. नम्बर 3. नम्बर 4, इन्टरमिडियन्ट फास्टिङ. इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग इसको बारे में we have been hearing a lot.
I think intermittent fasting को बहुत डिटेल में हमने पिछले भी covered that in the previous session. So let's move on to the next one.
Yeah. So intermittent fasting तपाईले सबै गरिसक्नुभयो होला. म त्यसलाई जस्ट I just want to club it to hydration. किनभने हाम्रो सबैभन्दा ठुलो प्रब्लम हाम्रो सबैभन्दा ठुलो प्रब्लम चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने हामीलाई कतिखेर भोक लागेको, when are we hungry and where are we thirsty, the distinction is very त्यो पत्ता लगाउन चाहिँ अलिकति गाह्रो हुन्छ कि. अनि तपाईँले इन्टरमिटेन्ट फास्टिङ गर्ने बित्तिकै के हुन्छ भने तपाईँको एउटा विन्डो हुन्छ, अनि अपार्ट फ्रम द्याट विन्डो तपाईँलाई के हुन्छ भने when your body is like अलिकति श्रिङ्किङ भएको फिलिङ आउँछ, देन यु ड्रिङ्क वाटर. त्यो हुँदाखेरि के भयो भने तपाईँको जुन हाइड्रेसन, your hydration becomes a lot more better over time, and that's an amazing effect that has in your body. Intermittent fasting गर्न सक्नुहुन्न भने पनि at least try to not eat food after 6 PM. त्यो हुँदाखेरि तपाईँको डाइजेस्टिभ सिस्टम एभ्रिथिङले राम्रो रेस्ट पाउँछ, अनि त्यसपछि तपाईँ यु विल बी अ लट मोर प्रोडक्टिभ. अनि अर्को दिन के हुन्छ भने इफ यु आर गिभिङ your डाइजेस्टिभ सिस्टम रेस्ट, त्यसलाई रेस्ट दिनुभयो भने नेक्स्ट दिन राम्रोसँग सुतिसकेपछि यु विल फिल अ लट फ्रेस. नेक्स्ट मर्निङमा तपाईँ एकदमै देयर विल बी अ लट अफ एनर्जी, राइट? So next, let's talk about coffee. कफी चाहिँ जस्तो हाम्रो अब नेपालमा त अलिकति चिया बढी हुन्छ, बट देन कफी इज अल्सो बिकम अ भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट पार्ट अफ आवर लाइफ। कफी के गर्नुहोस् भने कफी ट्राई टु फिनिस यर कफी इन्टेक बिफोर 12 नून, बिफोर नून अर बेस्ट बिफोर 10 AM। त्योभन्दा अगाडि तपाईँले कफी इन्टेक गर्नुभयो भने के हुन्छ भने त्यसले तपाईँको स्लिपलाई साँझ गएर एफेक्ट गर्दैन। अनि कफीले चाहिँ हामीले, किनभने कफीले क्याफेन हुन्छ, इट रियली एनर्जाइजेस यु टु डु वर्क, not in the same form as carbohydrate, but then it like gives you a kick so that you can work with a lot of energy. अनि त्यसलाई चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्यो भने तपाईँ कामको लागि when you are working you should be using it for work rather than against you। किनभने तपाईँले 3-4 बजे 4-5 बजेतिर कफी खान थाल्नुभयो भने देन तपाईँको स्लिप डिस्टर्ब हुन्छ, नेक्स्ट दिनमा रिकभरी ह्याम्पर हुन्छ, त्यसपछि देन यु क्यानट रियली फङ्सन वेल। तपाईँको सर्केडियन रिदम भन्ने हुन्छ हाम्रो एउटा, द इन्टायर थिङ गेट्स अ बिट मेस्ड अप बिकज अफ द्याट, राइट? सो कफी तपाईँले अलिकति पहिला खानुहोस्, ड्रिङ्क कफी अ बिट अर्लियर। ट्रेनिङ गर्दाखेरि जस्तो अहिले जिम लाइक अझै पनि भन्छु देयर इज अ लट अबाउट एस्थेटिक्स, यु नो, लाइक मेरो चेस्ट चाहियो, बाइसेप, आई निड बाइसेप्स, आई निड चेस्ट, आई निड एब्स, एभ्रिथिङ। ह्युमन बडी भनेको मसललाई पम्प गरेर ठुलो बनाउनको लागि बनेको चिज होइन। इट इज नट समथिङ टु बल्क योर बडी अप एन्ड देन probably, you know, like show or whatever it might be, you know. So हाम्रो बडी 6वटा मुभमेन्ट गर्न बनेको हुन्छ। आवर बडी इज लाइक मेड टु डु 6 काइन्ड अफ मुभमेन्ट्स, यु नो। आवर बडी हेज एन we have the ability to pull, you know, we have the ability to bend and lift. We have to relax move. If you have seen a dog moving, a cat moving, कुकुर अथवा बिरालो केलाई हेर्नु छ भने हेर्नुहुन्छ भने त्यसको स्पाइन हेर्नुभयो भने यति धेरै फ्लेक्सिबल हुन्छ त्यसको स्पाइन। त्यो रिजन के हो भने तिनीहरू 4 खुट्टामा हिँड्छ, दे मुभ इन 4 लिम्स एन्ड द्याट इज अ ट्रमेन्डस इफेक्ट। हाम्रो पनि एन्सेस्टर्सहरू 4 खुट्टामै हिँड्थ्यो, वी जस्ट इभल्भ over time, but then the 4 खुट्टामा हिँड्दाखेरि our spine becomes a lot flexible and that has a big repercussion to how we function। त्यो भयो। अनि त्यसपछि तपाईको के रे तपाईको जुन हाम्रो के रे रिदम हुन्छ, सिंगल लेग हुन्छ, सरी, हामीले सिंगल लेगमा मेन्टेन गर्ने ब्यालेन्स, सिंगल लेगमा मेन्टेन गर्ने ब्यालेन्स, त्यसको लागि पनि अलग ट्रेन गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। किनभने हामी एउटा खुट्टा र अर्को खुट्टामा जुन ब्यालेन्स हुन्छ, द ब्यालेन्स बिट्विन 2 legs, that has to be nurtured really really well so that you don't have any problem moving forward, right? So यो मुभमेन्टहरु तपाईले once you do these kind of movements, what happens is you are nurturing the entire system। यो सबै सिस्टमलाई तपाईँ नर्चर गर्नुहुन्छ। सबै सिस्टमलाई नर्चर गरेपछि के भयो भने यसको अगाडि यु वान्ट टु बल्क योर चेस्ट अप, यु वान्ट टु बल्क योर शोल्डर अप, यु वान्ट टु डु दिस, यु वान्ट टु डु डेड लिफ्ट्स, यु वान्ट टु डु स्क्वाट्स। अमेजिङ, द्याट्स अमेजिङ, राइट? बट देन वाट ह्यापन्स इज when हामीले यो मुभमेन्ट नै हामीले गरेनौँ भने, when we don't do these kind of movements, what happens is we are compromising। त्यसपछि के हुन्छ, कसैको ब्याक पेन होला रे, कसैको हिप फ्लेक्सर्सहरू पेन होला रे, कसैको कता पेन होला रे। एस्थेटिक्स is secondary, किनभने हामी पहिला लाइक होमोसेपियन्स भयो, त्यसपछि we need to move and then only we can really specialize on a specific topic, right? So movement training गर्नुस् and then तपाईलाई त्यसको माथि body building, power lifting, whatever you want to do, please do that, right?
Mute क्या हुआ?
Sorry?
Nothing.
Yeah. So the next is sleeping, right? I want to talk about sleeping चाहिँ कस्तो भने जस्तो फर एक्जाम्पल अहिले हाम्रो धेरै like there is a lot of light pollution around us, धेरै light pollution हुन्छ। blue light from the mobile, blue light from the blue light आउँछ हाम्रो ल्यापटपबाट, white light from the light above जुन तपाईले देखिरहनु भएको छ। so there is a lot of light। अनि हाम्रो जुन बडी हुन्छ नि, हाम्रो जुन बडीमा जुन हाम्रो सेल्सहरू हुन्छ, यो सेल्सहरू चाहिँ धेरै लाइट पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एजिटेट हुन्छ कि दे रियली, यु नो, लाइक अलिकति दिक्क लाग्यो जस्तो। सो यु नो, लाइक तपाईँको आँखामा कसैले एकदमै लाइट बालिराख्यो भने हामीलाई त इरिटेसन हुन्छ नि। सो यहाँको सेल्सहरूलाई पनि त्यस्तै हुन्छ, त्यो हामीलाई फिल हुँदैन, डिफ्रेन्ट कुरा। तर हामीले धेरै लाइट एक्सपोजर लिइराख्यो भने के हुन्छ भने हाम्रो सेल्सहरू रेस्ट गर्न पाउँदैन। तपाईँले लाइट बालेर सुत्नुहोस्, नेक्स्ट दिन तपाईँको रिकभरीमा केही न केही प्रब्लम हुन्छ, किनभने सेल्सहरू रेस्ट भएको हुँदैन। तपाईँ आफू रेस्ट गर्नुभन्दा पनि आफ्नो सिस्टमलाई रेस्ट कसरी गराउनुपर्छ भनेर सोच्नु एकदम इम्पोर्टेन्ट हुन्छ। त्यही भएर नेक्स्ट दिन तपाईँलाई फ्रेस छ, यु हेभ अ मिटिङ, यु हेभ अ बिजी डे, सबै लाइटहरू स्विच अफ गर्नु, मेक इट कम्प्लिटली डार्क, एक्सट्रिम डार्क। जस्तो पर्दाहरू पनि हुन्छ, पर्दाहरूलाई पनि कम्प्लिटली क्लोज गरेर लाइट नै नछिरोस् तपाईँको रुममा है। त्यो गर्नुभयो भने के हुन्छ भने रिकभरी राम्रो हुन्छ, राम्रोसँग सुत्नुहुन्छ, धेरै एजिटेसनहरू हुँदैन, अनि मोबाइलले अनि यस्तो यस्तो कुराहरूले चाहिँ तपाईँलाई इम्प्याक्ट पारिरहेको हुँदैन, राइट। सो त्यो एकदम मेन्टेन गर्नुहोस्। र हाम्रो जुन लाइक द ओल्ड ट्रेडिसन द्याट वी ह्याड एबाउट हामीले ल्यान्टेन हुन्थ्यो, टुकी बाल्थ्यो, अनि के अरे दियो बाल्थ्यो, त्यो एकदम राम्रो हो। किन राम्रो हो भने द्याट्स येलो लाइट। 6-7 बजेपछि यदि त्यस्तो लाइटको एक्सपोजरमा तपाईँ बस्नुहुन्छ भने यु विल फिल अ लट मोर फ्रेसर, त्यो एकदम फ्रेस फिल गर्नु छ, किनभने त्यो लाइटले हाम्रो सेल्सलाई त्यति धेरै एजिटेट गर्दैन जति यो मोबाइल र ल्यापटपको लाइटले एजिटेट गरिरहेको हुन्छ है। सो द्याट्स द्याट। अनि त्यसपछि अर्को कुरा चाहिँ लेट्स टक अबाउट फुड फर पर्फर्मेन्स। अहिले हाम्रो धेरै हुन्छ लाइक क्यालोरी ट्र्याक गर्नुपर्छ, यो गर्नुपर्छ, ऊ गर्नुपर्छ भनेर, क्यालोरी सर्प्लसमा खानुहोस् यताउति भनेर धेरै कुराहरू आइरहेको हुन्छ। यसमा के बुझ्न जरुरी छ भने तपाईँले आफ्नो जिउमा जे कुराहरू हालिरहनु भएको छ, जे कुराहरू हालिरहनु भएको छ, त्यो कुराको इम्प्याक्ट तपाईँको लाइफमा ठुलो हुन्छ, राइट। भनेको मतलब के भनेपछि तपाईँले के गर्नुहोस् भने आफूले खाने खानाहरूमा द फुड द्याट वी इट कतिवटा इन्ग्रिडियन्ट छ त्यो चेक गर्नुहोस्, इट इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट। अनि एउटा आफ्नो लिमिट हालिदिनुहोस्, म एक दिनमा 30वटा भन्दा बढी इन्ग्रिडियन्ट खान्न, आई वोन्ट ह्याभ मोर देन 30 इन्ग्रिडियन्ट्स एभ्री डे। त्यो गर्दा के हुनुपर्छ, तपाईँले एउटा डाइजेस्टिभ बिस्कुट खानुभयो भने नि त्यसमा मोर देन 30 इन्ग्रिडियन्ट्स हुन्छ कि, किनभने त्यसमा लट अफ केमिकल्स दिस स्टेबिलाइजर यो हालिरहेको हुन्छ, अनि त्यसमा यु वन्ट बी एबल टु डु इट। तर फर एक्जाम्पल when you have क्यारेट खानुहोस्, एउटा इन्ग्रिडियन्ट हो। बारीबाट निकालेर साग खानुहोस्, एउटा इन्ग्रिडियन्ट हो, राइट। सो त्यही भएर के गर्न जरुरी छ भने हामीले के इन्ग्रिडियन्ट खाइरहेछौँ होइन। सक्नुहुन्छ भने लाइक न्युट्रिसन लेभल भएको खानै नखानुहोस् होइन, तर के हुन जरुरी छ जुन इन्ग्रिडियन्ट हुन्छ नि, इन्ग्रिडियन्ट हालेको कुनै पनि लाइक फर एक्जाम्पल कति खानेकुराहरू हुन्छ जुनमा चाहिँ एउटा दुइटा इन्ग्रिडियन्ट मात्रै हुन्छ, दे आर गुड, कन्भिनियन्स पनि हेर्नु पऱ्यो, दे आर रियली गुड। तर यस्तो कुरा मैले धेरै बिस्किट्सहरूको एडहरू हेरेर हुन्छु, हेल्दियर चोइस यो भनेर गरेर हुन्छ, ब्याक लेभल हेऱ्यो 50वटा इन्ग्रिडियन्ट हुन्छ, त्यसले इट वन्ट डु एनी हार्म, you know, like for example when you go to hospital you take a biscuit to visit the guy who is in the hospital मा तपाईको कोही बिरामी हुनुहुन्छ भने एउटा बिस्किट लगिदिनुहुन्छ, हर्लिक्स लगिदिनुहुन्छ हैन, जुस लगिदिनुहुन्छ, त्यसको पछाडी एकचोटी पल्टाएर लुक एट द इन्ग्रिडियन्ट्स द्याट आर देयर इन दैट हर्लिक्स, that what's it called, that juice, that biscuit, right? के हुन्छ भने त्यो is doing more harm to the patient than actually good, किनभने हामीले हाम्रो इन्ग्रिडियन्ट्स ट्र्याक त्यति एफेक्ट गर्छ है। अहिले दुनियाँमा धेरैजना मान्छेहरू यदि यो लेभलसम्म बायो ह्याक गरिसक्यो कि दे वान्ट टु लिभ फर लाइक 150 years, 160 years, 170 years है। त्यसको पछाडि यति मात्रै छ कि इन्ग्रिडियन्टहरू कम खान्छन्, प्याक्ड फुडहरू कम खान्छन् होइन, अनि त्यसपछि वी पे लट अफ एटेन्सन टु द्याट। सो त्यसमा ध्यान दिनुहोस्, लाइक त्यो गर्नुभयो भने लाइक यो रिकभरी विल बी बेटर, यु विल थिङ्किङ अ लट मोर स्वेटर एन्ड इट रियली इम्प्याक्ट योर लाइफ, राइट। So last two, I'm going to talk about heart rate variability. यसमा अलिकति इन्फर्मेसन म दिन्छु। यो इन्फर्मेसन कस्तो हो भने जस्तो हाम्रो जुन हार्ट हुन्छ नि, हार्ट चाहिँ धक 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 गरेर धड्किरहेको हुँदैन है। हार्ट चाहिँ कसरी धड्किरहेको हुन्छ न, धक 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 यसरी धड्किरहेको हुन्छ। र कुनै पनि दुईटा धक र धक छ नि, यसको बिच र नेक्स्ट हार्ट बिटको बिचमा जुन डिफरेन्स हुन्छ त्यो मेजर गरेर एउटा मेट्रिक बन्छ जसको नाम हो हार्ट रेट भेरिएबिलिटी है। हार्ट रेट भेरिएबिलिटी मेजर गर्ने वाचेसहरूले गर्न सुरु गरेछ, तर चेस्ट स्ट्र्यापबाट मेजर गर्न सकिन्छ। लाइक करेन्टली नन इन्ट्रेसिभ वेमा, नन इन्ट्रेसिभ भनेको के भने तपाईँको जिउमा केही पनि नघुसाइकन मेजर गर्ने जुन तरिका हुन्छ त्यसबाट मेजर गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ तपाईँको रिकभरी लेभल्स, तपाईँको पर्फर्मेन्स गर्न सक्ने एबिलिटीलाई मेजर गर्न सक्ने सबैभन्दा राम्रो मेजर हो हार्ट रेट भेरिएबिलिटी। यसको बारेमा गुगल गर्नुहोस्, भिडियोहरू हेर्नुहोस्, वाच भिडियोज। यसमा के हुन्छ भने हार्ट रेट भेरिएबिलिटीको तपाईँको स्कोर कम छ भने तपाईँलाई थाहा हुन्छ आज अहिले फटिक लेभल्स धेरै छ, बडी राम्रोसँग रिकभर भएको छैन, आज म के काम गरौँ त, आज म 7वटा काम गर्थेँ भने आज म 5वटा गर्छु, किनभने म धेरै प्रोडक्टिभ हुन्न, त्यो हाफ हार्टेड काम गरेर पर्फर्मेन्स राम्रो पनि हुँदैन होइन। अनि कुनै दिन एकदमै लाइक फर इक्जाम्पल यसको इफेक्ट चाहिँ कहाँ हुन्छ भने यदि तपाईँ जिम गर्नुहुन्छ, इफ यु डु एक्सर्साइज, वाट ह्यापन्स इज तपाईँले हार्ट रेट भेरिएबिलिटी कम भएको दिनमा बडी ट्रेनिङ गर्नुभयो भने एक्सट्रिमली हाई चान्सेस तपाईँ इन्जर्ड हुनुहुन्छ त्यो दिन, केही न केही मसलमा केही न केही इम्ब्यालेन्स भइरहेको हुन्छ, राइट। सो द्याट त्यो कुरालाई चाहिँ तपाईँले एकदमै टेक केयर गरेर अगाडि बढ्न सकिन्छ र तपाईँको दिनचर्या चाहिँ यु क्यान रियली चेन्ज बेस्ड अन हार्ट रेट भेरिएबिलिटी, र त्यो बेला तपाईँले युज गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। अलिकति त्यो एडभान्स लेभलमा गइसकेपछिको कुरा हो, तर इट मेक्स अ लट अफ डिफरेन्स। यसको बारेमा अलिकति रिसर्च गर्नुहोस् है। अनि अहिले फर इक्जाम्पल एप्पल वाच पनि त्यो डिरेक्सनमा जाँदैछ, गार्मिन, पोलर, अल दिज लाइक वाचेस मेजरिङ डिभाइसेस, त्यो गर्न सकिन्छ। तर एउटा चेस्ट ट्र्याक हुन्छ, हार्ट रेट मोनिटर, बिहान उठेर टक्क लाउने अनि एउटा स्कोर आउँछ लाइक 60, 65, 70, 75, त्यसपछि तपाईँलाई थाहा भइहाल्छ। सो इट्स अ भेरी गुड मेजर है। अनि त्यो छैन भने रेस्टिङ हार्ट रेट, अगेन इट वर्क्स है। म्याराडोनाले अब रेस्टिङ हार्ट रेट युज गरेर ट्रेनिङ गरेको थियो भने अब हामी त मान्छे भएन, नर्मल मान्छे भएन। सो लास्ट वान इज कस्तो भने लाइक हेल्थको स्पेसमा चाहिँ लाइक फर इक्जाम्पल लाइक म लाइक इन्जिनियर भएर आएर हेल्थको स्पेसमा यत्रो टाइम बिताइसक्दाखेरि मैले देखेको सबैभन्दा ठुलो बोटलनेक हेल्थको स्पेसमा चाहिँ हेल्थमा सबैजना एक्सपर्ट हो, एभ्री वान इज एन एक्सपर्ट। लाइक आन्टी पनि, लाइक सँगैको एकजना आन्टी पनि एक्सपर्ट, अङ्कल पनि एक्सपर्ट, दाइ पनि एक्सपर्ट, दिदी पनि एक्सपर्ट, भाइ पनि एक्सपर्ट, एभ्री वान इज एन एक्सपर्ट इन हेल्थ। धेरै कुरा हुन्छ, युट्युबमा एउटा कुरा छ, यो कुरा एउटा छ, तर एउटा कुरा के विचार गर्न जरुरी छ भने जस्तो फर इक्जाम्पल रिसर्च बेस्ड, साइन्टिफिक बेस्ड, दिस द्याट जुन भनेको हुन्छ त्यो कुराहरूमा चाहिँ अलिकति विचार पुऱ्याएर ध्यान दिनुहोस्। त्यो किन भन्छु भने एउटा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने रिसर्च बेस्ड, साइन्टिफिक बेस्ड धेरै कुराहरू आउँछ तपाईँको वेस्टबाट है, वेस्टबाट आउँछ। त्यसमा जुन लाइक द एमाउन्ट अफ पिपल, द मान्छेहरू जसमा त्यसले एक्सपेरिमेन्ट गरेको हुन्छ, द्याट इज लेट्स से फर इक्जाम्पल 10,000 to 11,000, 15,000, 20,000, सबैभन्दा ठुलो स्टडी इज लाइक 30,000 फर्मिङम हट स्टडी। त्यो हुँदाखेरि के भयो भने उहाँको मान्छे र यहाँको मान्छेसँग त्यो खासै तालमेल मिल्दैन कि। अनि एउटा चाहिँ त्यो प्रब्लम भयो। अर्को चाहिँ के प्रब्लम भयो भने बिग रिसर्चहरू कुनै न कुनै बिग इन्डस्ट्री र फार्मास्युटिकल्सबाट ब्याक भएको हुन्छ, र त्यो यसबाट चाहिँ के गर्नु जरुरी छ भने तपाईँले आफ्नो बडीमा के काम गर्छ त्यो कुरा चाहिँ थाहा पाउनु एकदमै धेरै जरुरी छ कि। फर इक्जाम्पल ब्रोकली राम्रो हो, तपाईँको लागि नहुन सक्छ, इट माइट नट बी ट्रु फर यु, राइट। कसैको लागि हुनसक्छ, कसैको लागि डार्क चक्लेट लाइक अमेजिङ, कसैको लागि डार्क चक्लेट पोइजन फुड हुनसक्छ। त्यही भएर एउटा सिस्टम बनाउनुहोस्, खानाको सिस्टम बनाउनुहोस्, धेरै चेन्ज गरिराख्नु भन्दा पनि एउटा सिस्टममा खानुहोस्। त्यसपछि के थाहा हुन्छ भने त्यो हटाउँदाखेरि मेरो जिउमा काम भइरहेछ है, यो हटाउँदाखेरि मेरो जिउमा यस्तो भइरहेछ है, त्यो कुरा तपाईँको इन्साइटमा आउँछ। त्यसपछि के हुन्छ तपाईँलाई थाहा हुन्छ कि यो 20वटा खानेकुरा चाहिँ दिस वर्क्स फर मी होइन, यो मेरो लागि काम गर्छ, तर यो 10वटा खानेकुरा मेरो लागि काम गर्दैन, नखानुहोस् होइन। जेनरल नोसनको पछाडि भाग्नुभन्दा पनि आफ्नै एउटा सिस्टम बनाउनुहोस्, र त्यसले तपाईँको पर्फर्मेन्स एकदमै धेरै डिफरेन्स गराइदिन्छ। किनभने हाम्रो जुन गट हुन्छ, जुन हाम्रो गट हुन्छ, गटमा जुन ब्याक्टेरिया हुन्छ त्यसले एउटा सर्टेन रियाक्सन दिइरहेको हुन्छ है, त्यो रियाक्सन चाहिँ चेन्ज भइरहेको हुन्छ है, अलमोस्ट लाइक 3 महिना 6 महिनामा चेन्ज भइरहेको हुन्छ। त्यही भएर आज जुन फुड तपाईँलाई काम गरिरहेछ 6 महिनापछि नगर्न सक्छ है, एउटा त्यो कुरा। लास्ट कुरा चाहिँ द लास्ट थिङ द्याट आई वान्ट टु डिस्कस इज अगेन अबाउट फुड। सो तपाईँको घरमा लाइक देयर माइट बी लाइक अ 5-year-old, देयर माइट बी लाइक 15-year-old, देयर माइट बी 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 35-year-old, 40-year-old। जेनरली नेपालमा के हुन्छ भने जेनरली इन नेपाल हामी सबैले एउटै खाना खान्छौँ, वी इट द सेम फुड, राइट। हामीले एउटै खाना खान्छौँ, तर बायोलोजिकल्ली त सबैको खानाको रिक्वायरमेन्ट डिफ्रेन्ट छ, एभ्री वान हेज अ भेरी डिफ्रेन्ट रिक्वायरमेन्ट। भनेपछि त्यो जुन खाना हामी खाइरहेछौँ त्यसले कसैलाई त हेल्प गरिरहेको होला, तर अरू सबैलाई त हेल्प गरिरहेको छैन। त्यही भएर एकदमै विचार पुऱ्याउन के जरुरी छ भने बुवाले के खाइरहनु भएको छ, आमाले के खाइरहनु भएको छ, मैले के खाइरहेको छु, मेरो भाइले के खाइरहेछ, बहिनीले के खाइरहेछ, डिपेन्ड्स। किनभने सबैजना डिफ्रेन्ट एजमा हुन्छ र बायोलोजिकली डिफ्रेन्ट रिक्वायरमेन्ट्सहरू हुन्छ, राइट। सो त्यसमा ध्यान पुऱ्याउनु भयो भने योर पर्फर्मेन्स विल लाइक रियली गो अप, राइट। सो थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच। दिस आर द थिङ्स द्याट आई वान्टेड टु टक टु यु। लाइक वी क्यान टेक क्वेसन्स नाउ। Fateh, I can't hear you.
The question.
Okay, so we can just go like from top.
Whatever you think. I mean, whatever you think you're best qualified to answer. Whatever you think is the. I mean, you can see the chat, right?
Yeah, right.
And again, guys, Alok will not directly be on the group. He was earlier going to be in the group, but now he's left Facebook. But I will make sure that all your questions reach him. So don't worry. So again, we will not be able to reach all of the questions right now. But in case you have anyone that he cannot attend, then just join the Facebook group. Okay, I'm just posting the link again.
Right. Okay. So I'll just take this exercise. I get fatigue when I wake up. What might be the reason? There is reason on सक्छ. There might be a lot of reasons. Check when you are sleeping. One. Check check if the lights are open if you are sleeping. चेक गर्नुहोस् तपाईँले साँझको खानामा कार्बोहाइड्रेट धेरै लिनुभएको छ कि छैन, किनभने कार्बोहाइड्रेट धेरै लिनुभयो भने तपाईँ एनर्जी स्पाइक भएर हुन्छ राति, एन्ड देन यो बडी वन्ट बी एबल टु रिकभर सो वेल, राइट? त्यो हेर्नुहोस्। त्यसपछि तपाईँको फटिक लेभल्सको म्यानेजमेन्ट हेर्नुहोस् तपाईँ दिनमा कतिखेर बडी एनर्जेटिक हुन्छ, चिया कतिखेर खाइरहनु भएको छ, कफी कतिखेर खाइरहनु भएको छ, त्यो हेर्नुहोस्। बडी कतिखेर मुभ गराइरहनु भएको छ, किनभने तपाईँको एक्सर्साइज गरिरहनु भएको छैन भने इट रियली डिपेन्ड्स। सो यसको आन्सर अलिकति ब्रड हुन्छ, त्यही भएर वुड बी बेटर इफ वी क्यान आन्सर इट more specifically. What do you say about the first meal to break fasting? What should be having? Hot water is always great to start. Turmeric, besar is always good to start. Neem is always good to start your day with. त्यो कुरालाई खाइसकेपछि एउटा एकचोटि आफ्नो बडीलाई रेडी गर्नुहोस् खानको लागि, त्यसपछि देन यु क्यान मुभ फरवर्ड विथ अदर इन्ग्रिडियन्ट्स। जेनरली मेरो लाइक आफ्नो पर्सनल रुटिन कस्तो हुन्छ भने आई जस्ट ड्रिङ्क लाइक हट वाटर, 2 glasses hot water, and then if there is turmeric, I don't really take that much, then I take a bit of peanuts, and then I start with a bit of coffee. I do intermittent fasting, so त्यसको अलिकति टाइम चाहिँ अलिकति खाइसकेपछि then I eat around like 10 o'clock, but then 10 o'clock start हुँदाखेरि is like big meal with a lot of fruits and a lot of good carbohydrates and a bit of protein at that point of time, right? So it depends. But then hot water, turmeric, neem, very good to start. Okay. Coffee as soon as you wake up, good or bad, depends. Body मा आफ्नो रियाक्सन चेक गर्नुहोस्। अलिकति कफी इज आई थिङ्क गुड, मेरो लागि एकदम काम गर्छ। म अलिकति लाइक पानी खाएर इजन भइसकेपछि म कफी खाएँ भने आई क्यान स्टार्ट वर्किङ प्री अर्ली। आई स्टार्ट लाइक माई वर्क डे रियली स्टार्ट्स लाइक 6:45 in the morning, so I have a bit of coffee in the morning. तर अगेन बाई रिपिटेडली म भन्छु पर्फर्मेन्स हेर्नु छ भने आफ्नो बडीमा फिल गर्नुहोस्, तपाईँको इन्ट्युसनलाई चेक गर्नुहोस् कसरी हुनसक्छ है। First thing in the morning, warm water, normal water, warm water for sure. Temperature regulate gardeners, check gardeners after body. Feel sleepy after meal. How can I control it? Depends if you want to control it or not. Like on a lot of days, I really prefer to take a quick nap after I have my meal. Also because I twice a day, it really works well for me. It's normal, so we don't need to control it to feel sleepy after the meal, right? तर यस्तो होस् कि लाइक मिल खानुहोस्, त्यसपछि हाफ एन आवरमा जब तपाईँ रिजेनोभेट हुनुहुन्छ देन त्यो हेर्नुहोस् कि त्यसले 5 घन्टा थेक्छ कि थेक्दैन। त्यो जुन खाना तपाईँले खानुभयो त्यो खानाले तपाईँलाई 5 घन्टा थेकेछ भने देन द फुड वाज गुड फर यु। इफ 2 घन्टामै भोक लाग्छ, 3-2.5 घन्टामै भोक लाग्न थाल्छ भने probably that food is not great for you, right? That's my experience, like different people have different perspectives on this, right? I'm 40 years old, working woman. I'm a vegetarian and also do not prefer to eat fast food and cold drinks. Despite that, I'm gaining weight. So could you please suggest me what should I do and how can I balance my daily diet? Okay, you like it's a bit of a long, like open-ended question, Sir Sudhiji, because there might be a lot of questions, a lot of scenarios here. I mean, see, being a vegetarian does not qualify to weight loss. Because there are a lot of things that you need to really maintain. तपाईँको प्रोटिन लेभल्स कति छ, तपाईँको फ्याट पर्सेन्टेज कति छ, त्यो अनुसार ट्रेनिङ कसरी गरिरहनु भएको छ, इट रियली डिपेन्ड्स। लाइक इट्स अ बिग पिक्चर, तपाईँले यदि प्रोटिन तपाईँको कम्प्लिट पुऱ्याइरहनु भएको छैन भने हाम्रो जुन बोन्स हुन्छ, बोन्सको लागि यु रियली निड स्ट्रक्चरल सपोर्ट एन्ड यर बडी विल स्टार्ट स्टोरिङ फ्याट, बिकज हामी from like old age we have been wired to store fat because हामीलाई 10 दिनमा एक्चुअली खाना पाइन्थ्यो, like for our forefathers, right? So it really depends. Alikita, maybe you can put on the Facebook group your routine and everything, and probably we'll be able to help more of this. Right, I'll just get a couple of more. What is your view on documentary Game Changers? Some perspectives were great, but then I don't agree to I don't agree to everything of it, because it is not a black and white scenario of being a vegan or being a vegan, right? So again, really depends. तपाईँलाई के खाना हुन्छ यो डकुमेन्ट्री आउनुको रिजन के छ भने देयर इज एन ओभर कन्जम्सन अफ मिट इन द वर्ल्ड, होइन? त्यसले गर्दा धेरै प्रब्लमहरू आइरहेको हुन्छ। त्यही भएर समथिङ इज अ ग्रेट, आई थिङ्क इट्स अ ग्रेट डकुमेन्ट्री, बट देन आई डोन्ट एग्री टु एभ्रिथिङ, right? So I think I can just take like one more question. You just said you do not after 6 p.m., but if I am active till 12 in the night, in that case, don't have to reschedule my dinner time. Yeah, I mean, like if you're active till 12, again, first thing is active till 12 in the night, because circadian rhythm is a bit, it will be a bit messed up if you work in those cycles. So if you can, please pay attention to it. But apart from that, if you can push your eating time to like 7, I think it's still fine. But then again, like 7 to 12 is like 5 hours. So the food that you eat 7 should be able to sustain you for 5 hours. If a food is not sustaining you for 5 hours, like food 5 hours sustain, then we have a lot of problem, right? Okay, I think like one more, Fateh. Again, I have thyroid and I'm doing intermittent fasting, but my weight doesn't seem to go down. Again, I picked this question not because I wanted to give an answer to this, but I just wanted to make you aware that if you have a medical condition, then you should not be talking to just one health professional. You should be talking to a physician. You should be talking to a nutritionist. You should be talking to a trainer. And तीनजनाको कन्भर्सेसनमा whatever you get an insight, that is what will probably work for you, will be helpful. Because you only go to a doctor, it won't be great. If you only go to a personal trainer, no. If you only go to a nutritionist, it won't help. Okay, but please like consult a lot of people as you go. Thyroid is like a big topic, so we won't be able to answer it completely here. Fateh, do we have time?
So Alok, so our next session was supposed to be with Dr. Pathak, and this was going to be about COVID. But as everybody is aware, doctors are quite busy these days. So my team is just in touch with Dr. Pathak. We hope to have him join in the next few minutes. But till then, Alok, you can go on because there are many questions here for you. Yeah.
Okay. Do you recommend? Do you recommend to I just Suraksha, would you suggest for keto diet for beginner whole day routine? Can you please elaborate for a 22-year-old non-vegetarian? Okay, keto diet again really depends. I personally do not recommend this to anyone. There are reasons behind it that I don't think that it is the best way to go forward with things. Again, like one thing that we need to pay really a lot of attention is that we do not need to acclaim ourselves as like I'm a vegan or I'm a keto dietitian or I'm a high carb eater or I'm a low carb eater. We might need a keto diet. I'm a keto diet China saksa kune din, all right, let's go forward with it. How do I go forward with keto? How do I go forward with low carb? So त्यो हामीले हाम्रो बडीमा सिंक भएर if we can get to know that information, that is great, right? However, if you are a beginner, again, if you want to try keto diet, I won't really discourage you. But what I would say is, if you are a beginner, work with a dietitian, work with a registered nutritionist who can actually guide you through the process. Afei ethikai नगर्नुस् किनभने युट्युबमा so much information. तपाईले you need to feel it on your body. It should be working for your body because like you don't want to go on a keto diet and like spoil some other profiles of your body. Like there might be a lot of things when you do blood tests that might come good or bad. So Suraksha, I think if you want to start it, but then work with a registered dietitian to actually go through the process in the beginning if you're a beginner, right? Okay, so what is the intake of apple cider vinegar for weight loss? Again, weight loss, like, so I recently wrote an article as well in weight loss. And like what I feel is like the amount of motivation that is there for weight loss in the entire world, if you put together, we can probably make $1 trillion company like maybe very soon, because the motivation is very high, but we don't really seem to get anywhere. Why is that? Why I just wanted to bring this perspective for the apple cider vinegar is that it is not a one point solution, right? हामीसँग muscle छ, हामीसँग fat छ, हामीसँग organs छ. Everything has to go in sync, you know, like for example, obviously धेरै weight हुँदाखेरि it won't really help us, right? However, muscle structure चाहियो, right? For example, if you go on a calorie deficit or anything, if it was a one point thing, किनभने धेरै कुराहरू भयो, calorie deficit हो, weight loss हुन्छ, obviously हुन्छ because you are not eating, but then it is more of the habit. त्यही भएर एप्पल साइडर भिनेगरले के हुन्छ भन्दा पनि चेक गर्नु आफ्नो सिस्टम कस्तो चलिरहेको छ, वेट लसको सिस्टम के कुराहरू अन द ब्याक छ, अनि त्यही अनुसार यु क्यान एक्चुली प्रोग्राम योर सेल्फ. एप्पल साइडर भिनेगर इज गुड बट इट शुड वर्क फर यु, राइट? Why white rice is considered harmful generally? Is it that bad? Even if we eat, okay, white rice is not bad, right? तर के हुन्छ भने there are certain carbohydrates त जुन चाहिँ तपाईको ब्लडको सुगर लेभल्सलाई छिटो स्पाइक गर्छ, है. व्हाइट राइसले एकदमै छिटो, लाइक व्हाइट राइस तपाईको बडीमा गयो, इट ब्रेक्स डाउन, गोज इन्टु द ब्लड स्ट्रिम, राइट? ब्लड स्ट्रिममा जुन सुगर जान्छ, व्हाइट राइसले एकदमै छिटो जाने पनि हैन, एकदम ढिलो जाने पनि हैन, इट्स लाइक अ प्रिटी मोडरेट, राइट? तर त्यसलाई नराम्रो किन भनेको भने, फर एक्जाम्पल, इफ यु आर डायबेटिक पेसेन्ट, के हुन्छ भने इन्सुलिनको प्रब्लम भइरहेको हुन्छ तपाईँले यदि इफ यु पुट व्हाइट राइस and it just breaks down, gives a lot of sugar to the blood, it is doing more damage to the insulin than less, right? So त्यो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ लाइक व्हाइट राइसलाई नराम्रो भन्ने नोसन चल्यो हैन, तर त्यो नराम्रो पटक्कै हैन. तर अगेन डिपेन्ड्स है तपाईँले कुन व्हाइट राइस. त्यही भएर म एकचोटि के भन्छु भने पछाडि पल्टाएर इन्ग्रिडियन्ट्सको लिस्ट हेर्नुहोस्, के हालेको हुन्छ. व्हाइट राइस भन्दाखेरि इट माइट ह्याभ लाइक सम व्हाइट राइस हेभ लाइक 20 इन्ग्रिडियन्ट्स, आई डोन्ट नो वाइ, तर हुन्छ.
Okay, there's Miss Saraswati has been asking. I believe we've missed all her questions, so we'll just answer that one. So she's one of the questions she's asked is, do you recommend to eat meat during the COVID-19 or not? So COVID-19 has nothing to do with the diet you follow. It is an infectious disease that you're getting from other people. So as far as immunity goes, maybe that Alok can answer. But COVID-19 does not increase your chances. Eating meat does not increase your chances of getting COVID-19. COVID-19 does not come from your diet. It comes via it is spread from person to person, not via diet. Yes, so you can answer the rest of the question.
The perspective that I want to add, Ms. Saraswati, is that like with the immune system that we have, you know, at this point of time we can't really be compromising. For example, Nepal ma hamro धेरै कुराहरू like there are a lot of like noise around COVID-19. मेरो आफ्नै बहिनी, she's in England, she's studying in England, अनि उहाँ ब्रिटेनमा उनीहरूलाई के भनेको छ भने let coronavirus get into the people, immunity बढ्छ, right? त्यही भएर the food has nothing to, as Fateh said, the food has nothing to do with COVID-19. तर यही तपाईँको food was an important part of your diet already. Do not leave it. Do not eat something completely different during COVID-19, because तपाईको regeneration, cells को regeneration, everything हुनको लागि तपाईको एउटा habit pattern ले एउटा certain role खेलिरहेको हुन्छ. त्यही भएर तपाईलाई जुन खानाले हेल्दी राखिरहेको थियो यो टाइममा त्यो खानाहरू खानुस्, केही पनि ननिकाल्नुस्, है. तर मेजर्सहरू लिन सकिन्छ, बडी पकाउन सकिन्छ, कहाँबाट किन्नुहुन्छ त्यसमा ध्यान दिनुस्. That is a different thing, but then like do not remove anything from your body, from your diet, if it's working for you, right? Okay, Amrita, hi. What my problem is, I lose weight. It's really hard to maintain the goal weight. However, I gain more after weight loss help. Okay. Amrita, like a couple of behavioral things that I would encourage you to do. One is get a weight scale for yourself and always check your morning weight. It is a great way to actually, to be on track with what is actually happening with your weight, and gives you an idea. And second, again, weight loss is a very broad sense. You need to check how much protein you're having. If you're having less protein, your body will start storing fat so that it can actually give some support to your bone structure. Otherwise, it starts falling. So technically, body has its own mechanism to deal with our habit patterns. Therefore, weight loss has so much to do with our habit patterns than the food in itself. किनभने यसलाई कसरी बुझ्नु पर्यो भने मैले खाने तरिका र मैले खाने टाइम इज एन एक्सटेन्डेड पार्ट अफ माई बडी. बडीलाई थाहा हुन्छ कि यो मान्छेले 10 बजीतिर खान्छ, 10 बजीतिर खाएपछि मलाई एनर्जी आउँछ. बडीलाई त्यो वी निड टु मेक द बडी बिलिभ That's the relationship that we share with the body, right? हामीले कुनै दिन 10 बजे खाम, कुनै दिन 7 बजे, कुनै दिन 15 like 1 बजे, कुनै दिन body gets confused भएपछि के हुन्छ, उसले आफूलाई डिफेन्ड गर्छ, डिफेन्ड गरेपछि इट स्टोर्स अ लट अफ एलिमेन्ट्स, राइट? त्यही भएर वेट लसमा धेरै कुराहरू हुन्छ। त्यही भएर डाइभ इन्टु योर ह्याबिट प्याटर्न्स, इट विल रियली हेल्प यु गेट अ वेट स्केल, क्लिक अ फोटो of food that you're eating, go back and check what you ate, try to maintain the amount of protein that you're eating, carbohydrate that you're eating, fat you're eating, maintain it. Maybe invest in a food tracking app. Like, I mean, like, it's just like a $40-50 investment, but then it really helps a lot for us to keep on track. Like one of them is like MyFitnessPal. You can use it. I wouldn't say the calorie is like everything. It will give you the 100% solution, but the habit of tracking will really help. So Amrita, please do that. Okay. Do we still have time?
Yeah, we still have time. We still have time. Yes.
Okay. Can intermittent fasting cause hormonal imbalances, especially in people? Sijal Khadka. Okay. Sijal, let's answer this question like this. Hormonal imbalances do not happen in a day. There might be any genetic related elements to it, but then even science right now is saying that there's something called epigenetics. We need to move beyond it. Habit patterns are a lot more important than what's it called, genetics, or like all this kind of stuff. So can intermittent fasting cause hormonal imbalance? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on your body at this moment of time. However, it doesn't happen overnight. So you have a lot of time frame to hit and try. Do intermittent fasting for 3-4 days. Check how you're feeling in your body. If you're so into understanding the hormonal levels and everything, keep on doing a blood test once in 3 months. Like you will start understanding it. If you want to do it, just try it. If you feel uncomfortable, like consult a dietitian, consult a physician. They'll also be able to give you an idea of what is happening. But then it doesn't happen overnight. So you don't have to be worried that if I go on intermittent fasting tomorrow, I'll have hormonal imbalance. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. So try, see how it feels on your body, but then keep on doing a blood check, keep on checking with a physician or a registered dietitian. They will be able to help you better.
Go on. We hope that he will be joining us within 5 minutes, but I'm sure everybody can understand that doctors are very, very busy during this time.
Okay, so please recommend a balanced and good diet schedule for children of age group 7 to 12 years. Again, first thing, check what your children are eating. You can go check for the total amount of calories they need to eat every day. Like you can just go Google. There will be a calculator. Put their details like age, height, body fat percentage, and everything. You'll get a total calorie count, and then you get you get a demarcation of this much protein, 80 fats, 80 carbohydrates. Try that. See how the body structure is feeling on the child. If they're light, if they complain about something, do hit and try. What I would say is there is not if someone is telling you there is 1 point structure for a diet schedule, that's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. Why I'm saying this is because everyone's body is so different. It works very, very differently. What you do is like create a schedule, check the food that works on your child, and make a schedule. Do a bit of like changing here and there, but then try to maintain the structure. Like if you do that, then you'll really find it. Like it's a hidden trial period of maybe like a month and a half. In that period of time, you'll know that what to feed my child. It might be very different. Horlicks, Viva, Milo, whatever all these things are, don't feed this kind of stuff. And like keep them away from sugar. But then again, you need to do a bit of hidden trial with the child. But then calculate. It's called TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. You can calculate that and then get a split of protein, carbohydrate, fats, and then also micronutrients, how much vitamin A, vitamin D, iron, calcium, sodium, how much everything. And then based on that, feed them. Like there is a bit of work for children for sure. Like even for anyone for that matter. Okay. Okay. Do you actually feel avoiding potatoes and sugars would help you lose calories? There is nothing like losing calories on eating food. I mean, like you are gaining calories. There's nothing like that. You will lose calories when you work out. But then avoiding potatoes depends why. because like generally the reason there's a holistic definition towards leaf sugar, leaf potatoes, is that they're a bit calorie dense. But then if it is under your calorie limit, let's say for example, right now I'm consuming around like 2200 calories every day. Like if it is under it, and if I'm moderating it well, no harm. Potatoes में की गलती नहीं छैन, हैन? धेरै खायो, फ्रेन्च फ्राइजमा खायो, फ्रेन्च फ्राइजको like what oil is the french fries made of? Is there a lot of saturated fat in it, a lot of trans fat in it? Two कुराहरूले बढी impact पार्छ rather than potato itself. Like potato is like amazing. Potato has nothing to do with nothing to do with stuff, but then how we have it really makes a lot of difference. So sugar, I can understand. Don't have a lot of sugar for sure, because like it has a effect on our body which almost is like getting someone hooked to smoking. It becomes difficult to leave sugar after some time. I was actually showing a calculation to my dad, and then he had some like 1000 kg of sugar in his entire life. That's a lot of sugar. So don't do that, but then check. Okay. What is the best time to sleep and wake up in your early 30s? Best time to sleep is around 9:30, 10. Best time to wake up is 4:35. That's what I would say, because like this I will probably share like one from a circadian rhythm perspective, because like after 4 a.m. Deep sleep time huncha, we are out of that deep sleep, and the sleep is pretty light, so त्यसको recovery ma त्यसको impact is very very less. And then like if we sleep late, then our body is like not so productive enough, so we are just like dragging our body too much, right? So 10 p.m., let's say 10 p.m., 5 a.m., I think that's the best time to wake up.
Okay, I think Dr. Pathak is with here. I'm just going to add him here. Dr. Pathak, can you just a second, Alok, just stay online, because I believe there might be some issues with his Dr. Pathak, can you hear us? Dr. Pathak, are you there?
Thank you, Christina.
Dr. Pathak, we're just going to give Dr. Pathak a minute. Alok, you can continue answering till then, and once we hear Dr. Pathak, we can just move on with that.
Yeah, sure. So I'll just pick the question from Sweta. I'm on a calorie deficit and I'm exercising too, but still there is no change in my body. Can you tell me what I'm doing wrong in order to lose weight? I've already answered to this question once. Check your composition. Check your composition. If you're not having enough protein in your diet, then you're storing more fat, right? That is one. But then there might be some medical conditions. So if you are not consistently losing fat for 6 months, please go and do your blood profile check so that you know what is happening there, and if there is any contraindication. However, it is not a big issue. There is some food that you're having for sure that is not working well for your gut, that is creating inflammation, and that is creating a bigger chain reaction towards stuff that is aiding to your weight. Like you're not being able to lose weight.
Just a second, Alok. Dr. Pathak, can you hear us now? Dr. Pathak? Dr. Pathak? Dr. Pathak. Okay, carry on with the question.
Yeah.
We'll wait for him to.
Sure.
Sorry, Dr. Pathak, are you there?
I think he's having problem.
Yes, I believe there's a.
So I can just continue answering till.
Yeah, just continue answering.
Yes, I'll just pick the most recent question. Can I take food between 4 to 5 in intermittent fasting? I assume this is like 4 to 5 p.m. I mean, again, technically the cycle that is set is like 10 a.m. in the morning, like let's say like 6 p.m., like into the 8 hours of window. However, intermittent fasting is just like an ideology in which 4 to 5 times a week, I think it's great. I have read stuff that says that intermittent fasting every day is not great. I don't probably will agree to it, but then 4 to 5 times a week, always great. If we even go to our, like the old traditions, there are certain days in which we do vrat, like we are fasting. That is, that is the modern days term is just like intermittent fasting in a different form, right? So so like 4 to 5 times, great. If you can do more, please do it. If you can just do 4 to 5 times, it will still have a great effect on your body.
Dr. Pathak? Still nothing. Alok, I had a question that I believe there was something there also, and this is something
Yeah,
I've faced when I've tried to do intermittent fasting. Is
yeah,
I often feel faint after. I often feel a lack of energy and feel a little faint after 12 hours or 13 hours. I'm not able
yeah,
to go up till 16 hours, and I believe that's a very common experience. And even after making sure that you have a very heavy meal, which is the
yeah,
blast.
yeah.
So, how do you know the solution to that problem?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's a pretty common solution, and there is a very solid, like reason to it. So, if you guys want to, like, I think, let's say, the first thing is that we need to check on what food is working with us. Even if we have a heavy meal, if there is some food that is not working with us, not working well in our body, then it won't really work so well. So the rule of thumb over here is that if you do a heavy meal with a lot of ingredients and it is not able to sustain you for 5 hours, then there is a problem, right? And it's the problem with the composition of the food. So that's why I keep on saying that make a structure so that you can alter it, so that, like, for example, chickpeas might not be working for you, chana might not be working for you, like those things might be happening depending on what you are eating. So, like, that needs to
Hello?
change, because, like,
Hi,
if
doctor. I believe he's here. Hello, doctor. Good to have you here.
Hello? Are
Hi,
you
we can
hearing
hear.
me?
Yes, we can hear you, doctor.
Okay. It's very difficult.